Hi, friends. I'm Emily Lay, and you're listening to the Simplified podcast. If you're looking for a quiet place where you can filter out the noise and the hustle, then this is it. Every week, I invite you to slow down and join me to explore practical ways to organize and automate the complicated parts of life so you can focus on what truly matters most. This time of year, I'm thinking about how to make the day a little extra special for my kiddos as they head back to school. And I'll tell you what, when I was a kid, nothing made me feel more special than a little note from my mom in my lunchbox. So I'm definitely going to tuck a few simplified lunchbox notes into my kids' lunches this school year. They're so cute, you guys. Our lunchbox note set comes with 10 cards, each with a little note that's perfect for kids, with little phrases like, "You are my sunshine," and "I hope you're having a great day," and "I can't wait to see you this afternoon." Nothing much, just a little note to let them know they are special and loved. You can get your own lunchbox note set right now over at emilylay.com. There are some weeks I find myself asking why a whole lot. Why does August not have a federal holiday? Why do kids love Minecraft so much? Why does laundry keep happening? Why do I have to keep going to the grocery store? Grocery shopping is just one of those things. I have some friends who love it. Love it. They grab a cart and a nice coffee, and they're giddy as they go up and down the aisles. Look at this horseradish mustard. Let's get this cheese made with red wine. Gosh, I love dill pickle chips. It's super cute. I probably feel that way about grocery shopping if Pensacola had a Trader Joe's, but we don't have one, and that is sad. So unlike my friends, I am not super cute when it comes to grocery shopping. If I have to go into the actual grocery store, I treat it more like going into a war zone. I prep my lists. I know my battle plan. I put on my comfy shoes and I just get it done. Do you remember the first time you felt like an actual adult? I remember one of the first times I did. That was when I had to go to the grocery store and buy toilet paper for the first time, when I was 22. I remember thinking, I can't believe I have to spend money on something so boring. Before then, I had never had to think about it. It was just something that was supplied for me. Then all of a sudden, it was my job to make sure I had the boring things, like toilet paper and trash bags and ibuprofen. I also needed to buy some food to eat other than gummy bears, and it was a rude awakening for me. Since then, my strategy for grocery shopping has evolved a bit. That's because I am a super nerd when it comes to processes and workflow. I love optimizing and automating things to make my life easier. And going grocery shopping is no different, especially because now I'm shopping for 5 people. I'd like to think I've successfully automated grocery shopping because I keep what I call a perpetual grocery list. Do you know when I'm really thankful for my perpetual grocery list? When it comes to the busy seasons of the year, like right now when we're in back to school mode. When I don't have any extra bandwidth, I sure don't want to spend any of it trying to remember if we need more avocados. I'm not sure when I started keeping a perpetual grocery list, but I'll tell you what, it's made my life so much easier. I forget fewer things, that's for sure, and I've taken a lot of stress out of the whole grocery shopping thing. Would you like to know how I do it? Awesome, let's talk about it. Step 1, decide where to make your list. Here's one option. If you grocery shop in person, keep your list in your Reminders app. You know how I like to automate things to make my life easier? I can do that when it comes to going to the grocery store also. Can I tell you something a little nerdy but super awesome? Going the same route in the grocery store every time you shop is one of the most calming ways to get your groceries ever. When I have to go to the store, I always follow the same steps every single time. Making a ring around the store, first produce, then the deli and the butcher, and then to the dairy case. And last but not least, I weave my way through the pantry section, saving those goods for last. Every step of the way, I'm checking my grocery list. And guess what? I have a grocery list in my Reminders app that has items in the order of where they're located on my route in the grocery store. Here's what I mean. In my Reminders app, I put all the produce I need at the top of the list because I hit the produce section first on my route. Then I list the deli and butcher items, the dairy items, and the pantry items. Everything is laid out so I don't have to scroll over my list 1,000 times to make sure I got everything, or that I'm having to crisscross the store to get everything on my list. As I go along my route, I check things off along the way. It's nerdy, you guys, I know, but it works. Another place to keep your perpetual grocery list is in your grocery delivery or pickup app. You know what's the best thing since sliced bread? And I'm not kidding. the grocery delivery app that'll deliver that sliced bread to your front door, or the trunk of your car, or wherever you need groceries to magically appear. Online grocery delivery and pickup has been my favorite invention in the last 10 years. Besides robot vacuums, shout out to my beloved Oofy. Many stores like Walmart, Target, Kroger, Publix, H-E-B, and more offer pickup for free if your order is over a certain dollar amount, usually $35. That means it's $0 for you to ask someone else to do the shopping, and that is my favorite kind of magic. Many apps have a tab of items that you've frequently bought before, sorted by category. So all you have to do is scroll through the tab and add anything you might need and that you might have missed when you put your list together the first time. It's a great resource for your brain. One of the best things about grocery apps is that you can always have a grocery cart that's ready for you to put items into. That means you can go grocery shopping while you're on the couch watching Netflix or when you're stuck in car line. You can grocery shop little by little whenever you have a few minutes. You don't even have to do it all at once. While you're making your morning eggs, you can instantly add another dozen to your cart if you see you're running low. You can even remove items from your cart if you've noticed that, oops, you already have a jar of pickles in the pantry and you don't need another one. But y'all, if grocery delivery is in your budget and available in your area, by all means, try it out if you haven't already. Especially for the busier times of year, like the holidays or big events like the Super Bowl, you will be so glad you asked someone else to do the shopping. It's a small little thing that's a huge lift off your shoulders. Speaking of budgets, one of the best parts of grocery apps is that you always have a running tab of what your grocery bill is going to be. So there's no surprise moments when you go shopping and get up to the register to see a bill that's a lot larger than what you're expecting. It's a lot easier to stick to your budgeting goals if you have a running tab on a grocery app always available to you. Now your budgeting app is going to be super happy with you. All right, we are ready for Perpetual Grocery List step number 2, make your list. So we've talked a little bit about how I arrange my list for going grocery shopping in person and for your online app. But how did I put those shopping lists together in the first place? Well, I'm glad you asked, because here's where automation comes in, my favorite. Here's what I like to do. I like to have one big master list of every grocery item that's important to our family, because at a moment's notice, I don't want to rely on my brain to remember everything our family needs. My brain does great work, but she can't keep a running list of supplies in our house and what needs to be replenished. But you know what? Having a master list of everything that's important for our family to have in the house has saved my brain so many times. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at the list and remembered, oh, that's right, we need more shampoo for the kids' bathroom. One Saturday afternoon, I want you to walk around your house with your phone and write down every single household supply that's important for your family. Start in the fridge, then move to where you store your pantry items, then go to the bathrooms, the living room, the playroom, the office if you have one, anywhere you spend a lot of time that has items people use that will need to be eventually replenished. Go to those places and take some notes. Then sort your list into categories so you can get a sense of all the things you have in your home that need your attention. And then you need to decide what gets shopped for and how often. Maybe you make a couple lists. Maybe you have one that's vital for your weekly grocery roundup. Maybe you have another that's just for the pantry and another that's just for miscellaneous household supplies like toilet paper, paper towels, shampoo, toothpaste, all things personal care. Also, don't forget there may be categories that are important to you that I haven't mentioned here, and that's okay. Don't forget to do what matters most for you. Make these lists on your own. Make them fit your life. And now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. How often do you check in with your mind to make sure you're doing okay? When it's summer and I have a little more time on my hands, I make sure to take breaks to go on a walk or take a bath just to help my mind slow down. But when I'm in a busy season, I'm not as good about it, and I can feel it too. How we care for our minds affects how we experience life, so it's important to invest some time into keeping them healthy. An easy way to do that is through BetterHelp online therapy. Honestly, therapy has been one of the greatest gifts I've ever given to myself. Taking time to talk to a therapist about my life, the good things and the hard things, has helped me slow down and see things from a different perspective. Sometimes it's hard, but it's really rewarding. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat therapy sessions, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. My listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/simplified. That's betterhelp.com/simplified. Every year when we head back to school, it's inevitable. Somebody in the lay house gets sick. Somebody's coming home with a cold, a sore throat, and then, one by one, we all get sick too. Lately, I've been disinfecting counters and doorknobs and using lots of hand sanitizer. But you know what else? Since viruses and bacteria can be passed through the air, now I make sure the air in our home is fresh and clean. And that's where April Air comes in. April Air is healthy air, and they have professional-grade air quality solutions that can help your family breathe easy inside your home. Their signature healthy air system is right for any home in any climate, combining fresh air ventilation, filtration, humidity control, and so much more to protect your family from pollutants, viruses, and other contaminants. So get the best protection for your home and family. Find out which April Air solution is right for you at aprilair.com/simplified. That's aprilair, AIRE.com/simplified. I love the peace of mind that comes with a good plan. And that's why you've got to check out Ethos Life Insurance. With Ethos, you could get life insurance in 10 minutes for as little as $10 a month. Ethos' online application takes only minutes, so you can quickly get back to your day. Plus, Ethos has no medical exams, just a few easy health questions and competitive rates from top-rated carriers. In the time it takes to make breakfast, I was able to get a life insurance policy from Ethos. I wanted to make sure the kids are covered should the unexpected ever happen, and trust me, that peace of mind is so worth it. So join the thousands of satisfied families protected with help from Ethos. Every year you wait, life insurance premiums increase by 8 to 10%. So get a free personalized quote today at ethoslife.com/simplified. That's ETHOS life.com/simplified. One more time, go to ethoslife.com/simplified to get your free life insurance quote today. Ethos Technologies, Inc. operates in California as Ethos Life Insurance Services, not available in all states, and prices subject to underwriting and certain health questions. Step 3 for your perpetual grocery list. Use your list. This might seem like a silly point to include, but if you take the time to make the list and you don't use the list, why did you make the list in the first place? So decide how you're going to integrate your list into your life. I'll tell you what I do off the cuff. Whenever I notice we're running low on something, I immediately go to my grocery app and make sure to add that item to the cart. Easy, right? And kind of a no-brainer, because I've found that if I don't do that, if I think to myself, oh, I'll remember to add that later, then guess what? I will not remember later. I just won't. So don't be like me. Just put it in your app or on your list as soon as you notice something's low. But sometimes you need to be a little more methodical when it comes to your grocery lists. That's why I have a couple different times I'm checking them to make sure we have what we need. I always do a weekly grocery roundup. We always do one big grocery shop for the week and supplement other things that we need in throughout. And before that big grocery shop, I take a quick peek at our master list to see if there's something that we need that I haven't marked to shop for already. And trust me, there's always something. Then I do a monthly stock up for our pantry and household supplies. This is when I check to see if we need more Thrive Market rice and quinoa packets, or paper towels, or granola bars, or batteries. All those little things that don't need my attention every single week, but are still important to keep topped off. Thanks to these lists, this takes me like 5 minutes. So there you go. That's how to keep a perpetual grocery list in your life. I realize this is not rocket science, but you know me, I am a sucker for automation. Anytime I can make a household process move a little more smoothly, you know I'm going to go all in on that. I know there's many ways up the getting groceries mountain, so if you have some ideas of your own that work for you and your family, I would love to hear them. Leave me a comment on the Instagram post for this episode over at Emily Lay. That's where this community shines, because having more brains on something is how you get the best ideas. Happy grocery shopping! As we close out this episode, I'd like to say a blessing for you as we leave this time together to get back to our days. I hope you care for yourself and your family in ways that work best for you. I hope you find that you have everything you need and maybe a few fun things that you want as well. And I hope you stop to remember what a miracle it is and maybe think about ways you can share the abundance you've been so richly blessed with. As always, I like to leave a little tip to help you put what we've talked about today into practice. So here is your task for this week. Have you ever filled up your online grocery cart and gone to check out only to find that 5 of the items you need are out of stock? Boo. Let me ask you this. Were you shopping on the weekend? That might have something to do with it. If you shop on the weekends and find that happens to you pretty often, maybe think about placing your grocery order in the middle of the week, like a Wednesday or a Thursday. By then, your grocery store has probably received a supply replenishment and is ready to tackle the larger volume of customers they expect on the weekends. But if you shop on those off days, you're essentially getting first dibs on the weekend supplies. Not too shabby, right? Thank you for listening to the Simplified podcast. I hope today's episode gave you a little more peace of mind when it comes to keeping your house stocked up. You can find show notes for this episode at emilylay.com/podcast, where you can check out links and resources mentioned here, and you can shop the Simplified brand of planners and products. And don't forget to pick up your copy of my new children's book called You're Always Enough and More Than I Hoped For, right now wherever you buy books. Before you go, I have a quick favor to ask. If you love this show, would you go to your podcast provider and leave a review? I want more people reaching for a life that's a bit more slow and sweet and good, and leaving a review helps your podcast provider get this show to more people who will enjoy it. If you've left a review, thank you. Please know I've read your words and taken them to heart. Till next time, thanks for listening. Bye.